Hello and welcome to another Big Top Farm video. Today's video is going to be about this right here. This is a foundation for our greenhouse. We bought a greenhouse from Harbor Freight. I opened up the box and was like, oh, you need to put down a foundation, even though the picture showed it just like on the ground. So I thought, oh, you just stake it, to the ground somehow, and then that's how you did it. But no, it wants a foundation. So there was already this sand pit here, sand and dirt pit here in the middle of our garden. Our garden's going to go from here all the way to those stakes right there. So pretty big garden. We're probably not going to garden all of it for this year, but we wanted to build the fence big enough so we could have a bigger garden down the line, and the fence is going to be a video of its own. I'm using logs instead of actual lumber, and hopefully it's going to end up being cheaper. I think it will, because this right here is $400 worth of lumber just sitting here. So basically what I did was just followed the instructions, and it said to build this rectangle basically, and then I got to put more pea gravel down, and then that weights there's 2x12s on the bottom, and then these are 4x6s, and so the greenhouse will go on the 4x6. And then the 2x12 is just underneath, and then you use the pea gravel here on the edge to help weigh it down. And then I also took some long screws and screwed these into this. And then these L brackets hold them together here, and then there's L brackets on the 2x12s in their corners. So I don't think this thing is going anywhere. It's basically level. Not, perfectly level, but level enough. And then obviously I can't keep this sand foundation. So I'm going to come in and compact this with more dirt all the way around. Because I already put like there's a brick down there in the corner, and because like this side I had to raise up pretty high. That side's basically flat on the ground, so it's basically this side that I gotta bring in some more support, because this sand's not gonna sit here forever, and it's gonna shift. So we gotta help it along. So yeah, so now we're gonna build the greenhouse. That's gonna be basically this video is actually building the structure. I didn't want to film building this foundation because you should not follow that guide. I probably did it completely wrong. Having sand as the base is not necessarily the greatest thing, but it is what it is. You got to work with what you got out here on the homestead. But yeah, so we'll get building the greenhouse, and hopefully you enjoy that. And be sure to check out bigtopclean.com. bigtopclean.com. Right now we have laundry detergent, and soon we will be adding, just an all-purpose cleaner down the line. So yeah, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and check out our chicks and two ducks in the box live stream if you just enjoy watching little baby chickens. And eventually we'll have, when they grow up, we'll plan on having a live stream of our full-size chickens. So look forward to that in the future. All right, let's get building this greenhouse. Okay, so it's been a while since the beginning of this video. Had other work I needed to do. And so we're at the point where the frame is mostly done. I still got some of these supports over here, but let's talk about one, that the paper instructions for this thing are terrible. And if it wasn't for a video out there on a channel called Bearded Fisherman. I don't think I'd be able to get this thing built because these instructions, typical, are terrible. So let's talk about what I've done so far. Like I said earlier, I showed you the foundation. So it doesn't come with like pre-drilled holes in the base plate, but you just drill your own. So what I ended up having to do, and I actually had to go out and buy the tool to do this handheld router, and it helped, but it didn't solve the problem completely. But they tell you to build this foundation 75 inches across. Well, their pieces aren't to spec on that, so I had to come in here with a router and shave this off, and then it would fit well enough that I can put this whole thing together. Now there's some slack here, which is fine, and then some of it in the back, which will be fine. And then what I ended up, I think in the instructions it says to use like, you know, standard screws, wood screws like this, but I had bought some wood screws like this for this foundation here, and I used them here at an angle to secure the 4x6s to the 2x12s, which is not something they had put in the instructions. They had said just set it on there, which I'm like, well, that's not really gonna help. So instead of using the standard length, I used these and drilled here, and that should go basically all the way through and maybe even into the 2x12, but you know, it's just barely, but at least it's all the way down through here, so that it's going to be able to hopefully withstand some wind. And yeah, because this thing is like, it's not necessarily the most stable thing right now. And these bolts that they have you use, see if I can get, are like terrible. It looks like a Phillips. It's not. It's barely a flathead. Yeah, and they give you the terrible tools to build it, but hopefully by the end this thing will work. And I don't think if anything, the base plate is not going to go anywhere. It's going to stay. If anything, these side pieces here are going to rip off from down there before the actual faceplate pulls off. So, alright, I'm going to build some more. And when you next see me, hopefully it's basically done. Okay, it's been several days now since the last portion of this video. And as you can see, this greenhouse is still not done. And as you can see, there's a bunch of pieces here. I think I got sent in this box the wrong door pieces. And also some pieces are just missing. So I'm not sure what I'm going to do about that. I can at least get the panels on at some point, but I'm just trying to figure that out. But the frame has been tested in severe winds, and it's doing great. And rain. Wind and rain. And it held up. So hopefully once we get the panels on, it will also hold up just as good as it has been right now. But yeah, that's where I'm at with this right now. So we'll see what I say once it's finished, but I don't think it's going to be... Man, this is the greatest greenhouse build ever. I totally had fun building this greenhouse, and I totally didn't feel bad about spending $400 just on the foundation alone. Thanks, lumber prices and inflation. I don't think that's coming. So yeah, just so future greenhouse looks great. It works. All right, it's finally finished. We have the walls up, we have the door up, and we have the supposed windows up. I don't know if these will actually work or not, but it is what it is. This thing has been a nightmare. This door sort of works. As you can see, it's already messed up. This is all who knows what, why. And then, I mean, this slides so smooth. Oh, that's so smooth. Oh, you can feel just how smooth that is. It's just so smooth. Oh, there you go. Yeah, that's not gonna leak. It's not gonna leak at all. That's so smooth, that action. And some of it might be my fault, but I also think it's just a bad design. I was missing a piece that goes down here that kind of helps that. Eventually I'll get that piece. See if I can't call and order it. Most of these pieces you can. I don't know why now this is like that. And there's no putting that back, so for some reason. I don't know if this is supposed to go further than this. Like, yeah. Okay, yeah. I'm not gonna fight it. I think this will work well enough. I've seen greenhouses of less quality that somehow work. We got the chickens over here. Yeah. It's just been a build. Put more pea gravel in there, and then that'll finish that out, and then put, shelving in there and plants, and it'll be fine. I thought this wall project was going to be harder. So far, it's going better. I got this 2 sides left. But yeah, I don't know. For $800 all in, I don't know if this is worth it. Is that the chickens? There's nothing in there, girls. There's nothing in there. There's nothing in there. Just an empty greenhouse right now. Alright. Oh. That's it for this video. Thank you for watching the Big Top Farm channel. If you like this video, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, leave a comment down below on your experiences with the Harbor Freight greenhouse. Any of the sizes. It's just been interesting. We'll just end on Miss Chicken here. Thanks for watching.